Hello, and welcome to the first edition of SYCL360. I'm Ross Molinaro, a member of SYCL and the SYCL Committee. SYCL360 is an online newsletter that we hope will serve as an effective way to keep SYCL members up to date on its activities. We would first like to take a minute to introduce you to SYCL. We asked Dr. Carmen Wiley, the current chair of the SYCL Committee, to provide you with some details about SYCL membership, the mission of SYCL, and what SYCL is doing for you.
Hi, I'm Carmen Wiley, the chair of SYCL. I'm excited to be talking to you today through SYCL360, the new online newsletter for early career clinical laboratorians. So you may be wondering, how many SYCL members are there? We have 495 SYCL members. How do you become a SYCL member? Well, if you're a student member in AACC or a full member of AACC and under the age of 40, you're a SYCL member. If you're over the age of 40 and a student member, you're also a SYCL member because you're early career in the field of laboratory medicine. What is SYCL's mission? SYCL's mission is to meet the unique needs of our early career clinical laboratorians. We want to develop opportunities and programs that will support your career. One of the great places to find out the information that we're sharing with you is on the AACC's website under the SYCL tab. If you go to the SYCL area, you'll see grant opportunities, you'll find out information about programs that we're developing, career opportunities, board certification, all of those things are on our website, so I encourage you to take a look. We also have our Mentor of the Month program. That's where we have mentors who are prominent in the field of clinical laboratory medicine that we interview, and they give advice for early career laboratorians. And it's a lot of fun because they also share some personal information too. Finally, I want to talk specifically about a few things that we're doing for you. We provide networking opportunities with colleagues at the SYCL reception at the AACC annual meeting. We also like to give career direction and some advice and mentoring for early careers. We're going to be doing a survey shortly of our members who have recently found jobs, and we're going to ask them questions about salaries and benefits and how many jobs they looked at. So that should be some interesting information for you. Again, check out the webpage for grant and award opportunities. We're also collaborating with the Journal of Clinical Chemistry to have some feature items that should be specifically targeted towards early career laboratorians. We're going to have special topics that will be highlighted at the AACC annual meeting. And finally, we have a special student poster session and special awards for those presenters at the annual meeting. So I hope I've given you a little bit of information, and you'll go to the website to learn more. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Carmen. We are planning on releasing SYCL360 podcasts quarterly to keep you up to date on pertinent information for SYCL members, as well as to highlight recent SYCL activities. We asked Dr. Nicole Corpy-Steiner to provide you with some results of a recent SYCL survey, as well as some activities that SYCL members have participated in at the 2010 AACC annual meeting.
In an effort to focus SYCL activities towards the interests of its members, we conducted a SYCL survey to hear your thoughts. When asked, what other topics would you like to see covered at a SYCL symposium, we were delighted to receive several responses by our members, including topics related to management, mentorship, teaching, leadership skills, time management, and many more. We greatly appreciate your input, which inspired SYCL to sponsor special topics at the 2010 AACC meeting in Anaheim, including a symposium that promoted leadership skills for the laboratory professional, as well as an interactive workshop about preparing manuscripts for publication and improving your chances for success. Both events were well attended and very enlightening. We would like to thank all SYCL members that participated and helped make these events successful. Additionally, SYCL sponsored a forum for students to present their research findings at the 2010 AACC meeting. Over 100 scientific abstracts were submitted by SYCL members for peer review, with 4 excellent abstracts selected for oral presentations. Congratulations to each of these individuals for their outstanding achievements. Numerous students presented their research findings at this year's SYCL Student Poster Forum, which was a spectacular demonstration of the diverse and cutting-edge clinical investigations conducted by our SYCL members. Close interactions between colleagues and students further provided an enjoyable networking experience with opportunities for future collaborations, resources, and friendships. Responses to the recent SYCL survey further revealed that cost is a challenging factor for many and may impact your ability to attend the AACC meeting and future SYCL symposia. Through generous support, SYCL and the Van Slyke Foundation awarded 7 individuals domestic travel grants, as well as numerous students were awarded student travel grants to facilitate their attendance to this year's AACC meeting in Anaheim. These travel grants are very competitive, so congratulations to each of these deserving individuals. We were also thrilled to acknowledge individuals with exceptional contributions to the field of clinical chemistry through service to AACC, including this year's SYCL Service Award recipient, as well as recognize the outstanding research presentations conducted by our SYCL members, including the 4 selected oral abstract presenters, as well as the 4 SYCL Student Poster Contest winners. Congratulations to each of these award winners for your outstanding accomplishments. When asked, what would most attract you to attend a future SYCL symposium, many survey respondents indicated a great symposium subject, which proved to be truthful with a full audience at this year's SYCL Symposium about leadership skills for the laboratory professional. Additionally, survey respondents indicated interest in interaction with senior AACC members, previous mentors of the month, interaction with SYCL colleagues, as well as an opportunity to network with fellow clinical chemists. With these responses in mind, SYCL sponsored a SYCL reception at the 2010 annual meeting in Anaheim. Participation at this year's reception was exceptional, providing a fun atmosphere with exciting network opportunities. From casual socialization to formation of future collaborations, this event was a highlight for many SYCL members. We hope that you can join SYCL receptions at future AACC annual meetings.
Thank you, Nicole. We hope that all of you take advantage of these activities at future AACC meetings. Now, to give you a better idea of what SYCL can do for you, we asked Dr. Corinne Fonts, who's also a current member of SYCL, a few questions. How long have you been a member of SYCL?
Since its inception in 2003.
What has SYCL done for you?
SYCL has opened a number of doors for me. Specifically, it's been beneficial in the collaborations that I've had set up with a number of colleagues across the country. And I received the SYCL Service Award in 2009. And I think that really was a big boost for my promotion packet that I presented last year. And this year was promoted to Associate Professor.
So what advice do you have for SYCL members?
So, advice. The first piece of advice I would give is it's important to be board certified. And I'm going to put my conflict of interest out there and say that I am a member of the American Board of Clinical Chemistry, and I value board certification. I think that it helps you professionally and personally. It gives you the confidence to do almost anything in the clinical chemistry profession. So I would say that's my first piece of advice. The second piece of advice that I would give is to not be afraid to network. It's a very friendly organization, and people are always willing to help other individuals and see them succeed. So that would be the second piece of advice. Let's see. And then my last piece of advice is something that I tell my kids every morning. Go out into the world and make a difference. Be proud of who you are, and do the best you can in your job, and find somebody that has similar interest and try to collaborate, make a difference.
Great, thanks. Thank you so much, Corinne. We next want to introduce you to the SYCL360 case study section. We'll be visiting the SYCL360 laboratory, where a physician has called in and has a question regarding testosterone testing. Please listen in. We hope that you can provide some input.
Hi, I'm calling to get some information regarding testosterone testing. I need to know whether to order the immunoassay or the inter-SYCL testosterone assay. Sure, yeah, I can hold.
This is Sarah with SYCL360 Laboratories. I understand you have a question about testosterone testing. Is that correct?
Yes, my name is Dr. Rasmussen, and I'm a practicing endocrinologist out in California. I've heard a lot of conflicting information regarding testosterone testing, and some of my colleagues have told me that an immunoassay will accurately measure testosterone in all of my patients, but the literature suggests that all women and children and men with hypogonadism should be tested instead using mass spectrometry, and that only adult male samples would be accurately quantified using an immunoassay method. Could you tell me which test SYCL360's laboratories recommends?
Sure. Well, it really depends on the method being used, but let me see if I can get a more definitive answer for you. Do you mind if I have a clinical chemist give you a call back?
Yeah, that would be fine. You can call me at 1-800-555-6655. Okay.
Case summary. An endocrinologist wants to know when to order a testosterone concentration by LC-MS versus immunoassays. He has heard contradicting statements and needs clarification. He has been told immunoassays will work with all patient populations, and he also been told that women, children, and male hypogonadism patients should be tested using a mass spectrometry method, while adult men should be tested with an immunoassay method. So the question is, which statement do you confirm is true? A. Statement 1, B. Statement 2, C. Neither, not enough evidence to support either statement, or D. Both. These statements can both be true depending on the testosterone assay method being used.
The next SYCL360 podcast will provide the answer to this case question. But in the meantime, we hope that you can provide your input and discuss this case with other SYCL members. To do this, we ask that you join the SYCL360 group on LinkedIn. The SYCL360 LinkedIn group will be used as an outlet for case discussions, as well as general suggestions or comments you may have for SYCL360. To show you just how easy it is to get started, we asked Dr. Chris McCudden, a current SYCL committee member, to provide you with an instructional video on how you can join. Here's Chris now.
If you'd like to join the SYCL360 discussion group that can be found in LinkedIn, access LinkedIn. You can find it using any standard search engine. It'll usually be the top hit, so it's LinkedIn, one word. If you haven't already become a LinkedIn member, you'll have to sign in using your name and an email account, creating a new password. If you're already a member, you can just sign in. Once you're logged in, you'll see at the top of the page there's this bar, home, your profile, your contacts, and you can find the SYCL360 group under the Groups tab, or you can search for it using this tab here combined with the search bar. So here's the SYCL360 group. Just click here to join the group. Anyone who is already a SYCL member will already have their email address approved, so it'll simply be one click to join this group and you'll immediately have access. At that point you can add your own comments or read other members' comments. Again, this group only includes current SYCL members. If you are not a SYCL member and are interested in joining the group, then you'll have to request permission using the same tab to join the group. If anyone has any questions on how to do this, they can contact any of the SYCL committee members and they'll be able to help you get access.
Excellent, Chris. Thank you for showing us how to join LinkedIn and the SYCL360 group. Again, we hope that all the SYCL members use this resource as an outlet for case discussions, as well as any general suggestions or comments about SYCL360. Please join and let us know what you think about this podcast. We truly value your input.